It's VTF for T3 Live, and if it's Tuesday, it's the Wheels in Motion shoe. So, what do we got going on here? We still got the SPY grinder with the inside month. So, SPY still doing this. And so, like I said, it's a big range to get out of. And so, that's why you've had this nice move so far, nowhere near taking that out. Eventually, we'll triangle back down. But for right now, it's the wall of worry. Grind, 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 and just the tight triangles. And you can see it here. Boom, outside day, triangle them out, 2-2 reversal. There's your sub broadening formation there. And then a tighter one here. You got the outside day, then the inside day, then the slight take that out and triangle them right back up. So it's lower low, higher high. So we're still back in grinder mode, and you can see the highs and lows like this. If you go like that, and then over here you'll see this. If you're new to the tries, there you go. And there you go. So right now, we go back toward the high part of this. We do go 2 on the week. All right, so we're still 2-ing back up. Here's the 2-2 reversal, Momo Hammer. 2, walking up this wall of worry. The question is, we're going to be able to take all this stuff out now that we're getting back up into here, back into an old 3. So the challenge here is it's a bit of musical chairs. Are we ever going to start, dropping back in? But for right now, 2 to the upside, green on the week and green on the month. QQQ. Very similar, March, inside month here, and Dow Jones Diamonds, same deal, small cappers, same deal, and you can see a bunch of this stuff here, just right there is your inside day, boom, and now just tight stuff up in here. So that took it out there, wasn't strong enough to take that out, but that's what we're going to get, and we get these 2-2 grinders into the highs, and that's why we prefer to get the reversals back in as opposed to continue to go 2-2. Now, small cappers haven't done it yet. But if we take a look at some of the stocks, you got Bristol Myers outside, inside to the upside. And so they've got their deal with Celgene. So keep an eye on that Celgene going up with that. And the good thing about it is, and especially if you get my weekend video, we had a concentration over there. And what that means is we had Abbott Labs now trying to go inside week and up. Still a big mother bar to get out of. UNH here, inside week to the upside. Humana, like so. And ANTM. RevStrat weaker, and we'll see if anything more comes of that. And a lot of the stuff you can watch, the XLV. And XLV having a little bit tougher of a time. Oh, that's wrong. Okay, there we go. XLV here going 2-2 to the upside, so back up into the greater stuff into here, but going into more recent highs, and that's going to continue to be a bit of a problem. So we'll see. If we go to PM here, and that's inside week to the upside, momentum hammer up like that, which is strange because you got MO going inside weak and down, so you can see how those things play off. In tech, you've got AVGO here going outside, inside, up. You just took that stuff out, stalled out a little bit with the semiconductors, and you can see this here. Now you'll see the daily broadening formation here. Lower low, higher high. And so when you get out of there, but you are inside week to the upside, you just collapse back in. So it's going to be a tough time to take that out without being an inside deep day. Be aware of that. Melly, day up, and just with the week still going 2, but you got all this. You can see this really obvious broadening formation here to try and go after. If it keeps going, it's going to look like this on your daily. Like so. If we go to AMAG, and just coming up here, but you got your 3-2 weaker, would still be inside month, but you're an outside hammer to the upside, and keep an eye on that. We've got some utilities, and AEP went up here like so, boom, like that, and then that gives you the weaken up. XLU itself goes inside day to day, so you can watch that with that. And you've got XEL also here, taking that same hammer back up weekly, inside week and up for the utilities. I know that's exciting. Citicorp, we got tons of financial earnings coming out for the rest of the week. Citicorp just having a nice move off the 2-day here so far, the 3-2 day up. See if we can climb up back towards this stuff. You can watch that with the earnings and all the other stuff that's coming out. In the REITs, PSA, Takes inside week to the upside. You've got Hershey with the XLP stuff. Hershey, yeah, it's sometimes these charts delay. Hershey had the inside day up, which takes the inside week. I know that's exciting, but it is what it is. An EXR, an EXR does this. Triangle the out, take them out. But you can watch that with VNQ and the rest of them inside week to the upside. For downside on weeklies, with those drugs, you got AbbVie actually down. So we'd see if that recovers and goes one bar RevStrat, or if the other ones want to come back in with it. Still handling inside month. Like I said, Big Mo taking the week to the downside. And because of this grinder move, there's not a lot of stuff on the downside, and that's what keeps them driving higher. LOPE, slightly inside week to the downside. You've got Good Tires, outside week, and that's took all this stuff out in one shot. We were looking at that today. So you got some exhaustion risk, but bright red on the week. GDX and the gold's having some issues a little bit here, and GDX does this, falls like that, which gives you the Newmont continued puker RGLD. And of course, you can always watch the JDST for a little more extra oomph gas. You've got Macy's, also slightly below last week's low, 3.2 down. And XRT retail going inside today, like so. So we'll see if Macy's got more puking in her. Just exhaustion risk as you're going into slight lower lows. In the Dow Jones mini mines, not doing too much, but you can see here on the week, trying to take that week to the downside if we start to finally ever come in here. So over there. Also in the Utes, you got Dominion, triangle the out and come back down here. That's below last week's lows. It did its job though, and this is what we talk about 3 and compound 3 on the monthly. Here's your outside month, goes outside of it, comes back, and here's your compound 3, takes it out. Now these are outside of all this stuff, right? So that's a little bit of exhaustion risk, but we'll see. EIX in the Utes also still inside month, but below last week's lows, so we'll keep an eye on that. Captain SIG, SIG, it's flirting with last week's lows, so we'll see if that can kick back in, trying to get back down. BG, Bungie, below last week's lows. WB, and that goes inside today, but it's below last week's lows. Jack in the Box here, and once again for newer folks, the reason you want to look at stuff like this is because as we grind higher in the broader averages, let's say that you're long something, right? You can stay long as long as the market keeps grinding. But if it starts to turn around and you're already taking out last week's lows and underwater, that's when we really get your attention and start sticking it to you. So that's why we do this. If you go to the rider systems and the trannies, would still be inside week, but you got this on the day. You're getting closer to it. To take all this stuff out would be very nice. VXX really hating the grind up and just continues to walk lower. Here's your weekly, and there was your shooter, and now you take all this stuff out. So if we can keep grinding, and even the thing about VXX is even if we just stall out and get boring, it likes to collapse, and it's only got a couple of weeks left before we go to VXXB. So on the monthly, since so much is inside month, the thing that we focus on the first is anybody taking this out. Anybody taking out December's highs, because anybody short anything in December that is now taking out those highs is in trouble, and we know it, all right? And that's how we stick it to them, how we know who's in trouble right away. And so there's a whole bunch of that. Let's get through it. GE still monthly hammering up. And Bev here, slightly above their multi-bar pattern, going to be your issue. Trying to get out, how are you going to get outside of this stuff? But we'll see what comes of that. Facebook takes the month, and so here's this perfect broadening formation: 3, 1, 2, 2, 2, and all you had to do is wait for the reverse here. Boom, back up. Even had it on the weekly here. Down in here, the 2 reversal here with the Momo hammer like the market. Now it comes up and triangles all that stuff out. So back 2 reversal month on Facebook. Netflix has earnings coming out, but we've known about this for a while because this broke at 298.72 right out the chute, and we got the big old broadening formation triangle on the daily that just kept going, and that's why you want to look for this stuff. Boom. VHC, little guy, comes blasting up today, measured mover, and that's above, taking out last month's highs. APRN, little guy, puker, been puking forever, but now comes back 322 reversal. And you can see that apron if you're waiting for this thing. 121, come 143, so we'll see if there's more there. Crude number coming out tomorrow, and QEP trying to take out last month's highs, coming off the lows here, if there's any hope for the oil. Crude itself, weekly, here, still an inside week after the 2-2 reversal, still trying to walk up like that. Marvell, and this is in tech, here, trying to take that hammer back up. Bloodbath and Beyond, retail. You can see coming out of the ashes. Like so. We'll see if there's anything more there. PayPal, monthly inside month to the upside. EXEL, 2 month. Now you're taking out this stuff, so you got this triangle to go, but you're still going, more of this stuff up in here. But one of these things that we look for is once you take out a bunch of known pivots, people got to be short against something too. So now we'd have to go after that, but bright green on the month. eBay, real close here. So watching this stuff in here, because it goes slight down there, then it goes slight up in here. So we need some reconfirmation. If you go to the weekly, you're going to see this is the broadening formation here to try and get out of. Enbridge, ENB. Nice move, weaker off the hammer, 2-2 reversal, and that gives you this. That gives you the 3-2 on the month. CRM sitting right there, watching, trying to take this stuff out. It's right there, and I believe it might be inside day today. Nope, it was not. It goes into the highs. All right, and there you go. NTNX taking last month's highs. Not quite 3-2, I don't believe. No, just 2 down, 2 up hammer. Big concentration in the home builders. DHI, and that takes the month to the upside. PHM, Toll Brothers, LGIH, Lennar. So you can keep an eye on all of them. Weyerhaeuser, you can even go down the food chain with HOV, stuff like that. We'll see if anything comes of all that. But the interesting part about that is the Home Builders XHB hasn't done it yet. And ITB just took it out before. So we'll see if all that stuff reconfirms and takes them up. Go to Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree above monthly Momo hammer. You just triangle this stuff out. So the question would be strong enough to go after that. As I said before, XRT retail inside day. Docu, and Docu trying to go inside month to the upside here, all right, above 43.35, and yeah, I gotta keep muscling around here. So it does that today. Change it up like that. There you go. EA also comes back up to take out the month. Aflac, more financials. You keep an eye on that. So I got to change these around, but you can see that outside 132, and this is a compound 1 because it stayed inside here. So that's important. When you stay above 46.38, you're right there. INCY in the bio. RevStrat, you just took this stuff out, so it's got to keep going, and guess what it did? Bam, that's why you want to know about that stuff. Ross Stores, XRT inside. Ross Stores also inside day, but doing the 322 back into the old try she goes on the monthly. Lulu, and Lulu inside day and above last month's highs. Here for tomorrow with XRT inside. Okta, bam, taking those hammers, going after the all-time highs. Fold, F-O-L-D, here, nice bottom of the try coming back through here. That's what you like. Come after all this stuff. Give me a little more room. Vive, and Vive takes it out slightly. Big daily try. to get out of. I'm trying to get out of like this here. Like so. There's your broadening formations. And so just taking last month's highs out. GameStop. Holding the gap up on there. Still above that. Sienna. That goes into the highs. We've known about that. So Sienna just ripping into the highs. Shrink it back down for you. Nectar. Taking out last month's highs in the bio. Had a nice day today. Here. Little guy USAT. USAT coming out of the ashes, but coming up like that. We'll see if there's any more in this thing. X-Ray. X-Ray above last month's highs. ACAD, more bio. Here. And ACAD was a nice triangle out too. Got rid of them. 2-2 reversal back here. Now you come and take that stuff out, and of course you're going to be strong enough to take this out. Give me another one of these. GNC, little guy from the weekend vid. Coming up, you can barely see it, but it takes out last week's highs above 294, so it's right there to see if we can get anything out of this. Team. And Team above the Momo Hammer, trying to go to all-time highs. INSM. You got any? I'm in some. So takes that out. So back into this stuff we come. All that kind of noise and stuff like that, but it does hold a gap up here like so and trying to walk up the Wallowery. Match.com. And Match. Taking last night's inside month. Still be 2-month inside pattern, but we'll see. It's nice and gradual here. See the daily triangle out, just kind of walking up. So, but we got the month to the upside for right now. SGen in the bio. Here, still multiple par pattern. Everybody's inside of here, but you do take that out. It's an outside day right today. Here, see if you get the 3-2. AUPH. And taking that out, so still in this thing, and so when you're inside the mother bar, you can expect these internal tries. So triangle them out, and so we're looking to come up and potentially take out 819 on that, and then we'll see. Yeti, and Yeti, new issue, but trying to take the month back to the upside. LCI, inside month up. Here, you do come back up into a gapper. Like here, so you'd want to stay up here, otherwise you triangle right back down through this, so keep marching it up. Excuse me, Spelunker. Splunk takes out last month's highs, and so just walking back up into that stuff. TDC, Momo Hammer to the upside, you still got some room up into there. LEA, and LEA. 3-2 to the upside monther. Crocs still going into the highs. So you know, it is what it is. It has battling this big daily try here. Bam, 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 bam. Now you're up into here. See if you get the 2 down. If you get the 2 back up and try and come back through that stuff. Somebody's wearing those shoes somewhere, I guess. Okay, PTLA in the bio. Monthly. 2 reversal. WWE Wrestling. Monthly hammers and up. ZUO. And that pops up off of this RevStrat here into the highs, which takes out the monthly high of 2023. HZNP, more bio. And just shoot them up. 2, 2, 2, and back up on the month. CSIQ, Sola, trying to come out of this stuff. Inside month to the upside, above 1762. DXCM, boom, 2-2, trying to get outside of this thing. And you see these highs and these lows here, giant triangle are going to look like this. See, when you get good at looking at this stuff, you can look at different time frames and you know where everything is. Higher high, lower low, higher high, lower low. Boom. Let's go take these guys out. What's this? 152.14. BRKR. Bruca. And that's going 2 months back upper. Have to triangle these out down into here. above 33.93. Burritos. There you go. Chopping them up, but good for a while. Tried to go rev strat. 1, 2, 2, 2. Boom. Okay, now we can go. You see the higher highs and the lower lows. There's your tighter triangle, and now it's getting out of that. 5. That goes 2 above 111.77. That's also, I believe, an inside day with the XRT. Palo Alto. And that's taking last month's highs out. Cyber. Here. And that's 312 outside, inside to the upside above 79.16. PS. And PS. Still tuned on the month over 26.05. And FGEN. Here, coming off this outside 3-2 hammer back up into the greater try. So, like I said, we got a lot of grinding going on, and that's going to happen. Eventually, we'll get the bigger triangles. Right now, all this stuff's, just kind of grinding up and walking up. We got a lot of earnings in the financials, so we're focusing on a lot of gaps and stuff like that until we can get some discernible break, because the grind can be a little rough. When you're talking about the broader averages, and that's why we wait for them to triangulate out here, because they always do. And if it goes into grinder mode, so be it. All right, that's going to do it for this week. I'm Rob Smith, the Black Quant VTF here at T3 Live with the Wheels in Motion Show.